Hey YouTube, how's it going? And an early Merry Christmas for all of us that shop early. I have a part two, and this is the next part for Christmas ideas. And I'm thinking I'm going to have probably about 5 parts in total. And so part two is just going to be very simple. I'm not going to show you anything because there's so many different kinds of this type of gift idea. But I've done this in the past and it's worked out really well. People have been very thankful, and it's been a very useful and practical item. And that's going to be a fairly comprehensive, as much as you can afford, first aid kit. And we're not talking about maybe just like really basic boo-boo kits, like the dollar store, like getting a little like $1 pack of Band-Aids and a couple things of like antibiotic ointment creams or something like that. We're talking about maybe at the very minimum, maybe like a couple 100-piece kit, or even at Sam's Club or Costco, they have like multiple layered systems. They're still fairly basic, but you could supplement those if you ever wanted to add more, or even recommend to the person you're giving it to, is like, hey, this is just a starter kit. Here's a small list of things that I would recommend, like blood stoppers, tourniquets, trauma bandages, and airways, whatever they can handle in terms of their skill level. Just say, hey, here's a small list to supplement to get your kit up to spec, and there you go. But once again, when I was seeing, like, for like $25 to $35 range, you can get some really nice, 200-300 plus piece kits at Sam's Club and Costco. And I haven't been to those stores for quite a while actually. But I will say that last time I went, I did check that out, and I was like, wow, they have some pretty big home and business kits. They were like commercial grade, and they were pretty impressive. They didn't have like a lot of stuff. There was a lot more like Band-Aid type stuff in there, but they, had code packs. I think they had EMT shears in one of them, and there was enough in there to be like, okay, it's not like the worst deal. And plus, it's already pre-packaged. It's all together. It would make a nice gift. So this recommendation in part two is first aid kits. You don't have to go crazy. If you already know that the person already has a first aid kit, that you feel like it's pretty decent, because it is a fairly basic item, you can go to the next level and just get them, or put together for them, a trauma kit. A trauma kit is going to really be something that most people don't have. Now, of course, that really depends on how you want to go about it. You can piece it together once again, or you can just get a pre-made kit, whatever your preference. Now, those typically cost more. Usually they're anywhere from like $50 to $80 for a decent one that's already put together. And that kind of typically puts people off. Not only for yourself to buy one, for your own self and family, which you should have one regardless. I personally put mine together. But in terms of giving it as a gift, some people don't have that kind of budget. Even if you get the lower end ones at $50, most people don't want to spend $50 per person, because you may have 20 or 30 people you're buying gifts for. Maybe less, but whatever. So the thing is, if you have like a $20 limit or $25 limit, you can go pretty far with that, with a first aid kit, especially if it's just a basic kit and you have your basic and maybe intermediate level stuff that would be the most needed kind of medical equipment. So this is just an example of another idea. So everyone, let me know what you think about things that you're thinking about getting. I have approximately 3 more videos that I want to kind of pull in there in the next few weeks about gift giving and wrap up this little series. But I'm trying to use practical ideas and things that I know that have worked in the past, to give other people options. As preppers, it's really cool to give other people, especially non-preppers, a little bit of a taste of what it's like to be prepared, because it's addicting. It's once you get hooked, you're like, why would I ever not be prepared? So it's more about increasing other people's awareness about how vulnerable they are, and about all the other capabilities that are out there, and that do they or do they not have them? Because if you don't have certain things, like the means to protect yourself, if you were injured, it's going to be a major catastrophe, because you could be, in a situation you suffer greatly or perish, depending on how severe. So even if you got someone just a basic kit, it may trigger them to go, okay, they went and out of their way to do this, at least I can go to the next step and get my trauma kit, or I can enhance this kit in some way. And that's better than nothing. Thanks for watching.